Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to the Do It Right Tech channel where I take you through everything tech. And in today's video, I'm excited to be showing you some Samsung tricks that make your phone more creative. Now in today's video, we are not looking at normal phone usages like calls, scrolling, and just opening apps. But we're looking at things that can help you create, express, capture moments differently, and actually enjoy using your phone in a smarter way. But without wasting much time, don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. On that note, let's go. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever used your phone and thought, there has to be an easier way to do this? There has to be a better way to show this. Why does it feel so limited? Because the truth is, your phone is capable of way more than you're currently using it for. You just haven't unlocked it yet. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how. First thing, imagine you're in a group chat. Everyone is talking, joking, reacting. Then someone sends something funny, but you want to respond, but none of the stickers really match the moment. They feel off. So imagine going to your gallery and picking a photo of something funny or a random moment you captured, and in a second you can cut out the background and turn it into a sticker and send back into the chat. Now the whole conversation changes. People react different. It becomes more personal. It becomes your style of communication. Let me show you how to do this. Now, sitting in your Samsung phone is the ability to go into your gallery, take a moment in a photo, and then just hold on to it like this. Grab whatever person inside there and then save it as a sticker. This save sticker, you can do few things to it. You can change the outline this way to have an outline or a cutout that looks like that, or you can change it into a vintage look or cartoon it like that. Whichever one fits what you want it for, you can select and then hit on done. That way you've created stickers. So you can create several stickers, but how do you use it? So you go into the conversation on WhatsApp, for instance, and while in the chat, what you're going to do is come here into the emoji icon and tap on it. Then in here, you're going to hit the creative AI tool here like that. And you're going to find all the stickers that you have there. Now you can easily tap on the sticker you produced and send it as a sticker or edit as a photo or add the sticker to a particular pack that you're creating. And there you have it. You've personalized your chats and it feels more engaging and involving with your friends. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. So now you're watching a video you recorded earlier. Maybe it's a friend laughing, maybe something falling, or maybe a random moment. And suddenly you notice, if this was in a slow-mo, it would have been perfect, but you didn't record it that way. So normally you would just move on. But now imagine that you can hold down on the exact moment you want to make a slow-mo of and make it a slow motion. Not just for viewing, but saving it also into your gallery that you can share with your friends and loved ones. This is what you're going to do. So into your gallery. So you're going to play the video, hold it where you want the slow-mo at. And then when you're done, you're going to just leave it where the slow-mo should be done. You're going to get an icon pop up there. Tap on that icon and save the slow-mo as a video on its own. Now, when you go into your gallery, you should be able to find that video having been saved as a slow-mo right there. So yeah, this is how to create slow motions from videos that were not necessarily shot in that style. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now we go from slowing movements to capturing exactly what you want on your screen. Let me show you. We've all heard of the Select AI. First and foremost, I'm going to show you the different ways we can trigger the Select AI. Right now, let's look here. When you swipe on the Edge panel, you can find the Select AI right there. Or if you're using the S Pen, when you trigger the Air command, you get the AI Select right there. But let's look at a few things you can do with that AI Select feature when it has to do with videos, images, and even text and dates. So let's see something. All right, so you're inside this space where you're looking at events that are about to go on. And while you're here, you want to deal with something on the screen. Look at this. Once I select the Select AI feature, I can tap on the image. And once I've selected the image, we could translate whatever text is on the image. One, we could collect any text that is on the screen too. So we can use the drawing assist tool on this very side. Also, we could crop, we could pin, we could copy, we could share, and we could download the image. Nice, isn't it? But we could also tap on these three dots and get the chance to use the generative edit. By tapping on this, we're going to get the space and then play around with this image. That means if we wanted to take the background off and use the image for something, we could always do that. Generates the image. And use it for whatever we want. That one aside, also on the three dots, we could set the image as a wallpaper or create a GIF out of it if it were a video. But that one aside, what of if it were a date? So looking at dates, for example, we have 30th of April. We could copy the text, we could add it to the calendar as an event, we could use Writing Assistant on it, or pin it, copy it, share it. Three dots here, we could add it also to Reminder. So there is so much more that can be done with this very tool. Because of the location, we can check the location directly even on the maps or add it to events based on the location and the times that have been stated in there. So there you have it, AI tool known as the AI Select sitting on your phone, doing a lot of magic that you should start using to be more creative. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now let's talk about when you're using your phone for making decisions. Here we go. So you're trying to compare two things, two products, two ideas, or two versions of something, and you open one browser like this. Then you switch back and forth between them, and now you forget what you saw before. This can be sometimes very frustrating, but now imagine instead of doing that, you can actually split your browser into two and compare two different websites and what it is they're saying about the same product. For example, here I'm going to go into Google, and then here I'm going to be searching a certain comparison. That is okay. So now the Samsung Buds Pro and the AirPods Pro, there are different forums that are doing the comparison. So instead of opening this or opening separate tabs that I'm going to be clicking through, I could open it in split mode. All I have to do is hold on to the link and then bring it to the bottom left or top right, top left, and drop it. Now I'm going to be getting two of them open this way. Now I can go into the other one and then tap on that one to open. I've got now two different pages that are talking about the same thing, and I can compare them, whatever it is they're saying at the same time. This is a simple feature that helps and stands out to be very productive and creative in doing your research on websites and many more. If you didn't know this feature, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now, what if you're not a major user of the Samsung browser? Let me show you. There is a multi-window choice also in Google Chrome in case you're a Google Chrome user. Follow me. So we can come here into Google Chrome, and while you're in here, let's do the same search. While we are in here, same search, but this is what we're going to do. So now you're going to tap on whichever one you want, and then you're going to tap now on these three dots, and you're going to get the option here to move to other window, and then you're going to select a window, and you're going to now have a split. So now you're going to have one up here and one down here. So here we could go here back into the same search and then open the other link. Now we're going to have two of them. Even if you're a Chrome user, this is still going to be possible. If you didn't know this feature, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now, let's take it into the step of content selection. You take multiple photos, same shot, different angles. Now you're staring at them and thinking, which one of these is actually better? Let me show you a way to use the same multi-window effect inside your gallery. Follow me. So we're going to go into gallery, and while in gallery, we're going to come down here to menu. Tap on menu and tap on settings. Then scroll down till you get to about gallery. Then you're going to tap on the version number, still tapping. And then you're now going to see Gallery Lab is enabled. Once you've gotten this, you're going to come down here again inside settings, and then you're going to find Gallery Labs. Tap on Gallery Labs, and as you can see, it's been open. Now you're going to scroll down until you come here into open in other window and toggle this on. Once this has been toggled on, you just got lucky. So now you can come into your gallery now, go into the images that you want to compare, and here we can select one of it, tap on the three dots up here, and you're going to find an option to open in other window. Select that option. Now you have two of them open. You could slide through and start comparing the images. Zoom in here, look at whatever is there, zoom in here, make direct comparison in real time, and make your decisions easier. If you didn't know this feature, I'm glad I'm able to show you now. Moving on. Now let's refine your video control with a precise video scrubbing. Let's say you're reviewing a video clip that you've taken before. You want that exact second, but your finger keeps overshooting it with the current way of viewing videos, and you want that precise way of scrubbing through your videos. Let me show you some setting you can turn on to allow this to be very easy. Let's go into the gallery. Once you're in gallery, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Here's a video, and then you want to view parts of the video. So you tap on the video, and now you have to use this to go through. You literally need to be tapping on your video first to be able to scrub through the video that way. What if I told you there is another way, which is you're going to come back here, go into menu, and then go into settings. Then scroll down till you get into Gallery Labs. Once in Gallery Labs, you're going to scroll down until you get to One UI 3. So here we have One UI 3 times, and then you're going to come here into video player mode, film strip. Tap on that, and you can select this very one, the legacy video skip bar. Tap on OK, and now when you go to view your videos, this is exactly what's going to happen. You're going to have a bar up here that you can play around with, and no more are you going to have to tap on the image and use that one. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now for the last one, let's do some organization. Your gallery is full. Random images, no structure, hard to find anything. Let me show you one thing. Scroll down, go into your gallery, tap on the menu, tap on settings, go down into Gallery Labs, and go till you reach One UI 2. And here, you want to toggle on this very feature, timeline in album. Now, before you can appreciate this, let's look at something. I come inside recent and everything is together. I go inside camera and everything is together. There are no time stamps across unless I'm going into pictures, and then we have yesterday and we have dates here. But if you come here, settings, Gallery Labs, scroll down till you reach here, ×2, and then you toggle this very feature on. Boom. Now when you come into your gallery, whichever album you go into, like camera, now you're going to have the dates on each one of them, making it easier for you to look for items in your gallery and easy grouping of items to search for your stuff. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Now tell me something. After watching this, which one of these are you actually going to start using? And more importantly, what do you use your phone for the most? Drop in the comment section, content, gaming, productivity, school. Let me know, because this is just part 1 of a series, and I'm going to build the next one based on what you tell me. So don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. On that note, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.